Police officer is testifying in the pretrial hearing of the United Healthcare CEO murder suspect. Patrolman George Featherstone is describing seeing security footage of the suspect before the arrest. Featherstone photographed and processed all the items found in Mangione's backpack and that police say they found on Mangione. And now the defense is trying to get some of those key pieces of evidence tossed from the case, saying officers violated the suspect's rights when they searched him without a warrant. ABC News legal contributor Brian Buckmire is here for more. Brian, what do you make of this testimony so far as we're hearing the description of not only the search, but also how this evidence was photographed after?
Yeah, so Dan, this is a lot of chain of custody testimony. We're getting not just the officer earlier on in this hearing who had searched the backpack of Luigi Mangione. Now we're getting the officer who cataloged and did a further search of these documents. We're also seeing some of the information on these notes, and these are going to be some of the photos and some of the testimony that is going to be very similar at trial, giving an explanation as to what was in Luigi Mangione's backpack, and then connecting those notes and those instructions to his physical actions that are tied to this alleged crime, further solidifying that Luigi Mangione is in fact the individual who committed this murder, one of the stronger arguments the prosecution is going to make when this trial begins.
Brian, we're also seeing some security footage of the suspect at a CVS and a Best Buy. How are prosecutors tying that into this hearing?
Yeah, so they're showing us part of the investigation and how it played out, but also connecting Luigi Mangione's actual actions as it comes to not just the alleged crime, but also the actions afterwards. And they're pointing to some of the notes talking about items that need to be purchased from those exact locations, Best Buy and CVS, whether it be a camera or I think some medical masks. And I think in showing that there was a plan and an execution of that plan, and a large part of that plan, or at least the goal of that plan, was to commit this murder, they're able to show how Luigi Mangione is not only the suspect in this case, but he planned it out. It was premeditated. There was an end goal and also an attempt to evade law enforcement. That will strengthen their argument for murder, one of the top charges, if not the top charge, in this state case.
Brian, what are you watching for next?
I'm looking to see who the defense ultimately calls, if they call anyone, and also cross-examination. When it comes to hearings, it's very easy to hear and understand what the prosecution is attempting to do. There was a search. It was lawful. This is why it was lawful. It's really up to the defense to poke holes in it. I'm also looking at this photo here that you're putting up here, and I want to correct a little bit of what I said earlier, how it could be polarizing. I think understanding the context, we're now hearing that a photographer was really close to Luigi Mangione. The photographer was asked to be pushed back, and I think that's where you get this smile here. I think understanding not only the courtroom itself and how people are acting, but also the evidence that's coming into the trial is going to give us all a better perspective as to who Luigi Mangione is, the allegations against him, and whether or not he's guilty or innocent of these allegations.
All right, ABC News legal contributor Brian Buckmire, thank you.